Hey guys, good evening everyone. Welcome back to our discussion today. This is Miss Jaydee once again to discuss discuss some more stocks in the Philippine market, and let's see if some of these stocks are part of your portfolio. If this is, by the way, your first time to watch our video, I'm inviting everyone to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always updated when I have new videos. And you are always welcome to drop a comment and request your stocks, and I can review them for you and validate whether we are in sync with our analysis. Okay, so yeah, I do this every single day, and yeah, this is part of the journey, and it's important that we have consistency. We look at the chart every single day because that's how we form our skill. Okay, so in our first part, or in the video I recorded today, I have reviewed all the stocks that are highly traded or were highly traded today, and I was able to cover from BDO all the way down to M-wide there. And now we are going to proceed and discuss some more from Pure Gold, and we work our way downwards. Also, just for everyone's reference, I am also in Patreon, and if you want to check out my Patreon, and if you want to become part of the team, you can check out the link that I'll be putting in the description box. In Patreon, that's where I share my recommended stocks, those stocks that I feel are promising or looking attractive given the setup. So if you also want to check that out, the Patreon link is down at the description box. Okay. For instance, I have actually included the previous stock in my hot picks or stock picks the other day. Okay, so it was back in November 11. So November 11, I think this was it. Back here, we recommended for this stock, and the reason why I recommended that is because we found a big opportunity for a possible breakout during this time over here, and it did happen. So for those people who have entered in this stock, then they're already starting to gain. But looking at where it is at right now, so there could be a possibility for it to really push the price even higher. Looking at the possible potential of this stock long term, we're just starting to bounce and reverse the direction. For Pure Gold, on the other hand, I also included this as one of my picks that I shared over the weekend. And the reason why I said that is because look at this. We were on a downtrend previously. However, there was a confirmation of a breakout of the downtrend channel back here. So this was the candlestick that confirmed it, and we are already outside of the downtrend channel. At the same time, we are sitting right at the MA20 line. So that was the reason why I recommended for this stock, and true enough, it did move higher today, and it's just the beginning if you come to think of it. So this stock over here has the currently, if in case we will experience some more profit taking, we now have a brand new possible area of support. Okay, so this could be the possible support level around 43, this one, 43.53, because we have this. Okay, do you see this area? And we already have broken out of that. So that's a good sign. First, it broke out of the downtrend channel with this being our support. Now that we have triggered some more movements to the upside, another possible support that it could be establishing. This could be the possible area that this stock could establish a brand new support. Previously, this was your support 42 area. Okay, so that's a promising one. MRC, on the other hand, I just wanna congratulate everyone who was able to ride this long rally to the upside. Okay, and we were lucky enough to also have entered in this stock. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I've been mentioning this in my previous videos. Our average here is around 0.26, and we exited today with a gain of 80% for the stock. But well, I've started actually locking in some profit along the way here, so this is not everything. I only exited the remaining stocks, or the remaining shares that we have left for this one. So I already locked in some profit along the way. So the last set of shares I exited today had an 80% gain. But for now, I would have to say that we might experience some possible retracement, or the stock might rest for a while before it can continue to move higher again. So the reason why I said that is that this one over here, we have a downtrend RSI, and while the price was moving higher, this stock, on the other hand, has experienced some declining momentum. Okay, so this is currently our uptrend channel. So this stock could continue to move higher, but we have to be extra careful around this level. Let's see if when it drops, we'll observe this price area and see if it will respect that. In the meantime, I am expecting for the stock to retrace, and probably we'll have to observe around the 43 area if that will hold. Okay, but definitely I see this dropping. Look at this, when it reached this level from this point and this point over here, so that's almost on the same range, your RSI is declining. So just be extra careful. If you're already profitable here, please consider locking in some profit, as this stock might rest for a while. SM over here, we had a decline, and I'd have to say we might go back to our MA20 area, which is around 986.21. I'll change the color for this one. There. And we'll change this into a straight line. So that is the area we're looking at. If this stock is going to rest, that's where the MA20 line is. And it also validated some of the support and resistance areas that we have around that level. So this is your resistance. This used to be a support. Just take note, guys, we could also have some overshoot to the upside and some overshoot downwards, because it is an area indeed. So this one over here was also a support. So expect that we might revisit this level if you are, if you still would like to enter in this stock, try to observe this area. Hopefully, within the span of a day, we touch that level and then continue to bounce higher on the same day, so we don't have to wait that much. But definitely, this is an important area to take note of. Next is SMPH. You also had a sign of weakness. I would have to say there is a big possibility that this stock too will be resting in the coming days. This is actually the fourth day whereby the price hit the 38.68, and we had some rejection right at this level. So this is already your sign. Okay, let's see if Similar to the other stock I mentioned earlier, price was this on the other hand has well, it actually did. Price was moving higher over here, there, and price or the momentum was declining, and then it stabilized right there. I mean, it consolidated at that area and ended with a red candlestick today. So that was it. That was our sign that we might be resting in the coming days. As for Mag over here, well, what's interesting here is that we had a red, but it bounced. So it rested because this was a significant increase in the price, but looks like this stock now is trying to establish a brand new support at its previous resistance. We had a resistance over here, so it looks like it is trying to establish a new support at that level, and most likely we will witness the stock move higher in the coming days. Although we still have to be extra careful, when price goes near 346 level, and if it does not hold, where it could potentially drop next, and that would be 327, 326 area, around 328. There you go. But definitely, I see a possible support at the 346 level. Okay, so at least we're prepared for these key levels, preparing for a worst case scenario. But if you're in it for with a longer time horizon, there is a big possibility or big payoff if you can sit on this stock longer for a longer period of time. You will see fluctuations, but if you're a believer of the stock, you believe in the fundamentals, that's actually when you add more to your position, right? Let's take a look at MBT. MBT is also starting to recover over here, but let us see if indeed, okay, so we had a red today, but I would have to say, look at the volume of this weakness. Okay, so in case there will be some more declines in the coming days, I would have to say it will only stabilize around the 42.89 level. Reason for that is because of this one. This used to be a resistance, also resistance over here, and we managed to break out of that, and it's revisiting most likely the 42.89 level. So that's the nearest support. I see a possibility that it will first create a brand new support. I would always draw this when we have a breakout. So it will move the price higher, and then it will revisit and then continue the uptrend. In this situation, there was just a slight increase, and then right away you had some weakness. So most likely it will go back to the 42.89. Hopefully that will just happen within the day and then continue going up. Converge over here is revisiting your resistance level, and we don't have some lines yet, or Bollinger Band is not yet visible at this point because we had less than 20 days. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have 6 days more before we can start seeing the lines for our Bollinger Band and RSI. So what I can say here is that we are currently at a resistance area, and it's a wait and see game tomorrow. But interesting, foreign buying present. So try to observe what we can do here is just to play safe, wait for a breakout. Because if price starts much higher than 15.24, then that's a safe zone. It's a safe zone to add. Otherwise, if you see a red forming right over here, That's not a good sign. We might be dropping and we might revisit the previous support. Could be this area first, 1448. But at least you have a game plan, right? We're currently at a resistance and we want for this resistance to be broken so that we could have a brand new wave. So far, in terms of ascending support, it is following this path over here. Yan, that's the ascending support for this stock. That is Converge. Let's take a look at AC. AC over here had some signs of weakness with the red candlestick formed today. And let us see. Oh, because you had a support over here became a resistance over here. So yeah, definitely this is a key level to observe because you previously had your support, another support here, a resistance over here. So that must be the reason why you had a red candlestick today. So we'll see if it'll continue to drop. The first area to watch out for if it continues to drop would be around this key level, 806.11. Okay. Next one is GTCAP. GTCAP, be extra careful. You had some profit taking that happened today with 52 million foreign selling. So where could it possibly drop next? I would have to say it might touch this level. So I see some signs of weakness and currently it's sitting at this level, but this is a solid red. Similar to what I mentioned in one of our Patreon members, Carlo. So, wait, hold on. Yeah. When a stock has a solid red or a solid green, chances are you will have a continuation wherever the direction is heading. So this is the red, chances are it will continue dropping. This one over here, see one example here. So solid green, right? So there's no wick up here. So it ended all the way up, so there was a continuation. So this one, on the other hand, there was no wick down here, so it was extremely, there was a solid sell-off that happened, and so chances are we might have some more declines. This is another example. Price was moving higher, and then this was maxed out to the, it ended the day at its high, so there was a continuation. So another example was this. Another example is this. Oh, here there was a continuation. I'm going to look for some more examples where you had solid red. See this? Solid red down here. So continuous decline. Down here, so there was a continuous decline. In some occasions, you will also have isolated cases right here. But this is it's sitting at a support, so let us see if it is currently sitting at a possible support. Oh no, so the next support is 495, so there is still some room for the price to really revisit and go down. So that's your floor. It could possibly drop some more, so just be extra careful. GTCAP is a very strong company. It's just but natural for people who are profitable to take profit. As you notice, this stock has been already on a bullish movement since October 30th, and people have already gained approximately around 33% if they have entered right at the MA20 level. So let's give it to them. They will be taking profit, and let's wait for a possible re-entry. HLCM, another attractive stock that I included in my recommendation, and in just a span of a day, 10% increase, but the climb is just starting. Okay, the bullish movement is just starting for those people who may show interest in this stock. We just don't know. Similar to this is the reverse of, where are we? This is the reverse of GTCAP. You have a solid green right here, so there is a big possibility that we might have a continuation. So we just don't know whether if we could have a gap up, or within the day you will have a high volatility and fluctuations in the price, and you could haggle for a few cents. If that's the case, then good for you. You'll be able to get it at a much cheaper price. But right now, I'm just plotting our support at an area where I see verifications or justifications. Okay, so I'm plotting this support because I see this is a resistance, and you also had some consolidation that happened here. This area acted as a support, previous support, and a downtrend could act as a resistance. Now, if you manage to break out of that, chances are we will push the price higher, but we could also revisit that and confirm a support at that level, because that used to be your resistance. Previous resistance could already become a support when you're back in an uptrend. Let us see. PHA. Wow. Is this a ceiling play? 49% with a good volume. Interesting. What is the catalyst here? Backdoor listing. But this was 5 days ago. So maybe you can read that. I didn't catch this. So this has been on a long period of sideways, and it has started to climb. Well, actually, the rise in volume started happening here on this day while it was still resting the first area. So this is my favorite, guys. That's why most of the time, some people do not like the idea of entering while the stock is on a sideways movement, because we really don't know. That's true. We don't know if the stock is going to be in an extended sideways, and then your money will be sleeping. But there are some triggers that would give you a sign already that it is good to enter. So for instance, this one over here, at this point, we are from a constricted Bollinger Band. That's first step, from a constricted Bollinger Band, and we started to trigger the upper band. That will be our sign. In this case, this is your perfect sign, because from an almost no volume right over here, we started triggering the constricted Bollinger Band, pair it with a noticeable increase in the volume. Then see what happened next. Very significant increase in the price. This is already like 114% if you have entered right at this time. So those are the it's really sometimes it's hard to see this, especially if the stock is not on the popular side. So I bet during this period you only had not much of a trade. You didn't have a lot of trades right there, so not a lot of people noticed it. But definitely this is a good sign. Now, if you are to ask me, can I still enter on this stock? I'd say this is a profit-taking area for a position trader. Well, I personally am more of a position trader, so I just want to probably give you guys a caution if you're going to enter in this stock. Make sure you are able to watch the market, because this is already an overbought level and we are extremely high up there. So maybe for the others they can, but this is a FOMO level, okay? Just be extra careful. But if you are in it for long term, well, I'd still say, even though we have a potential right here, maybe you can wait for a possible retracement. That's my honest take on this. Wait for it to rest for a while. Let the traders get out and take profit, and then see some If it goes back probably around the 0.41, that could be a much better entry. Okay, 0.41, 0.42. Right, nice move over there. URC. There used to be a resistance. Okay, this used to be. So this is a sign of weakness for URC. We have a resistance here. Imagine this, 3 days, 3 days straight. This price level was rejected, and today was really a confirmation. It's a sign of weakness. We were not successful in breaking that. So chances are sellers will be dominating in the next few days. They will be locking in some profit, exiting, and then what you can do if you are also interested in getting in again, a better entry price would be around 143.85, which is very, very near your MA20 line. If you are to ask me why, well, of course, the nearer you are to the MA20, the better. You had some resistance here that got broken, so it created like this, and it most likely do that. And you also have a resistance here and another set of resistance over here. There's a slight overshoot, but that's also still in sync with the rest of the areas used to be a support. So as you can see, a lot of hints for the stock alone that indeed it will most likely revisit your 143.85. Let's take a look at Globe. Okay, you had a green today but got rejected at the MA20 line, so I would have to say just be extra careful. We might have some more declines in the coming days. So what I can say here is observe what happens around 1996, because you also had some support built right here and the previous resistance here. So maybe we will just have the sideways first in the next few days, and then it can recover too. What about SECB? SECB, sign of weakness as well. Let us see around this level, 100 level. You had your support here. If you look to the left, this is your resistance, also support right here, and most especially your MA20 around that area. So maybe we can have something like this, or maybe something like this before we do that. So overall, you are still at the cheaper level for this stock. So this, similar to a BDO, this stock also this was also badly hit with the decline, or with the the effects of the pandemic. So the banking sector has not fully recovered yet, but if you are a long-term investor, this is the time you should be very, very aggressive in adding more volume, or being in a position, or have some exposure in the banking sector, because it's the accumulation stage. What about MPI? MPI over here also, well, this could already mean a bounce, right? But we are already at the we're halfway there, 4.08. There could be some more push to the upside, but use 4.08 area as a possible entry level. But we're already halfway there, guys. Take note. Okay? But if you're a long-term investor, there really is a big opportunity. Maybe the first area, if you want to be there for midterm, as a mid to long term, probably in the next 1 year, this price level could also be revisited. But it might take some time, okay? Might take some time. So far, 4.08 is an area of support that I see. Maybe what you can do, so you can manage your expectations and your profit taking levels just lock in some profit as we push the price higher. So far 4.08 is the area that I see for a much better support level. CNPF, I'd say even though we are slightly higher than the MA20 line, for me, I would have to say this is currently sitting at a possible resistance area. That's it, around that area. See this? Each time this price level is hit, you had some rejection. So we might have some more rejections in the coming days. So that's for CNPF. CHP had a bounce. Okay, CHP managed to officially cross the MA20 line, and I would have to say we can use the MA20 as our support for CHP because we already crossed that path. Now, yeah, still a lot of room for the stock to move higher and higher. You just have to also take the time if you want to check out the stock's performance. Take the time to find out the financial condition of the company. And looks like third quarter of the year, they did some promising performance over here. You can also check the PSE edge for, for more, to have a stronger conviction before you even enter. Because I would always recommend this, although this is not part of what we mostly discuss here because we're heavy on technicals using the Bollinger Band and the RSI. But my recommendation is for you to always take the time in reading, analyzing the fundamentals of the company, because that will tell you which stock to get in, what stock to get into. Your technical analysis will tell you when to get in. Okay, so given that you have this, and of course you should also check out the news. For the technical side of things, I think we are still okay. We're still okay, and our support is around 161. So find your entry. It doesn't have to be exactly 161. It could be slightly higher or slightly lower, whichever you want. But that is the area of support, nearest support that I see. Okay. And our last stock for this evening is probably something that you can look into as well. Look at this, good volume. It's the first day where you had a significant increase in the volume, and it's also green. But in case there will be fluctuations, I'd say you have a support within the area. But if I am to plot it exactly, it's around 1433, slightly higher than the MA20 line. Reason for that is I see this consolidation, which acted as a resistance before, and we managed to break out of that, and we are just reversing. Okay, we are reversing, and you're already higher than the 50 level in terms of your momentum. The momentum is present, so another interesting stock to check out tomorrow. Okay, so I think that is it for tonight. Thank you to those who have subscribed to our channel. And by the way, if this is your first time and you like this kind of content, go ahead and maybe you can consider liking our video so that YouTube will also discover this channel, and we can start growing our community. Okay, so I would appreciate if you can also hit the like, and yeah, check out our Patreon and eToro if you want to trade the US market. I will put the link to my eToro, and then just ping me if you have questions as you create your account, so I can also guide you. Okay, thank you for tonight, and you have a safe one. Bye bye.